Make sure you hear me. Hello? Yo. Okay.
I'm gonna do it now. Test, test. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No. Hawkins, Zach. Test.
I'm gonna test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3.
Test. All right. That was weird. Yeah. No, that's my voice.
Yeah, but yeah, you can hear me. I don't know what's recorded.
Test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. That's Zach.
And then
Hi, April, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hello.
Wonderful. Just a couple more minutes. We're waiting for another commissioner to show up.
I assume Andy's not coming because it's a conflict.
Correct.
So by the way,
All right, let's get started. We good? Okay. I hereby call to order the November 20th, 2025 meeting of the Town of Frisco Planning Commission. Would you please call attendance?
Forsyth? Here. Westmus?
Here.
Day? Here. Kane?
here,
Conley?
Here.
And Stabile and Withrow are absent.
Great. The previous planning commission meeting minutes have been distributed. If commissioners have any comments or corrections, please voice them now. April, I see you unmuted yourself. Do you have any comments?
No, I was just getting ready to vote.
Oh.
I love it.
Anybody have any issues, concerns? None, seeing none? All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, it passes unanimously. Okay, public comments. This is a meeting of the Frisco Planning Commission. Any public comments that anyone in the audience may wish to make on a subject not on this evening's agenda may be made now. Citizens making comments should state their names and address for the record, be topic specific, and limit their comments to no longer than 3 minutes. Does anybody want to make comments on anything not on this evening's agenda? Please, seeing not anybody in the audience, I see nobody. Anybody online, raise your hand or unmute yourself, and I see none. Close the public comment meeting of the agenda. We move on to the agenda item. The first item on the agenda is planning file number MODSP 25-0003, a modification to MAJ 23-0011 to make modifications to the proposed roof design along with other minor modifications described in the applicant. No other property details will be discussed in relation to the previously approved application located at 101 West Main / Lot B1 West Frisco 70 sub number 2, applicant Andrew Stabile, architect Alan Guerra Architecture. Okay, sorry, I should have said we are going to start with the staff report and I will turn it over to Chris.
The applicant is requesting a change to the approved plans for 101 West Main Street as detailed in the revised plans that were in your packet dated April 10th. These updates address architectural, structural, and planning issues that arose during the finalization of the building permit application, as well as lessons learned from the 602 Galena project. The proposed modifications continue to meet town code and the property's PUD. So the project is located at 101 West Main Street. Please be aware that the lines on the photo are not survey accurate. So this kind of gives a history of the project, and no changes are proposed to the structure's commercial square footage, unit count, or bedroom count. So the scope of this application is narrowly focused. The recent updates to the project include a shift in the building location to enhance sidewalk accessibility and adjustments made to the slab steps for improved functionality. The roof plan has been revised and the building height matrix has been updated to reflect the new elevations. Additionally, the number of EV parking stalls has increased significantly from 2 to 6, with the addition of 4 new EV-ready stalls at the Main Street parking area. Parking continues to meet all requirements of the town code and the PUD. So this is a representation of some of the changes. The red cloud shows the biggest difference, and you can also see the changes of the roof line there. So the overall floor plan has been adjusted for functionality and alignment, incorporating modifications such as slab ramps that match the new elevations. Additionally, the floor to floor height has been increased to 10 feet 4 inches. Airlocks have been added at both center entry doors, and the elevator has been relocated for improved layout efficiency. Community spaces have been realigned and unit layouts revised based on valuable feedback to better meet the needs of the residents. And you saw the list of architectural floor plan modifications in the staff report. These are not modifications that are tied to Planning Commission criteria, with the exception of the relocation of bicycle storage, which continues to meet the code. And so these are some of the representations. As you can see, the picture on your left are the May 2025 plans, and then the picture on the right is the October 2025 plans. And as you can see, can you see my cursor? Okay. The bike storage here has been increased because it has been moved. This is on the second floor. This is no longer bike storage. It's now an office center. And then on the third floor, we have, instead of bike storage, we have a TV lounge, and the elevator and janitorial services. Let's see, the existing pitched roof will be replaced with a flat roof to accommodate necessary mechanical systems, while a mechanical screen will be installed to obscure rooftop equipment in accordance with the code. This new design adheres to maximum height limits, and full roof plan details are available on page A2.4 of the application. These changes in roof design continue to meet town code and the maximum height limit as defined within the property's PUD. So these are the two examples of how this used to be a pitched roof, and now this is the flat roof. And it might be easier to see once we get to the elevations. So the recent technical adjustments have been made to the slab steps, as stated previously, floor heights, roof, and grade lines to improve overall functionality. The materials have been updated, with metal replaced by hardy panels in iron gray, and siding now featured in khaki brown. Additionally, a minor window change has been involved, replacing non-functional windows with siding to accommodate revised unit layouts, resulting in a confirmed net reduction of 110 cubic feet in the bulk plane encroachment. So this is the bulk plane encroachment from the previous plan. And then this is the one, so that's the first one, and that's the second one. So there's very little change. So in the top elevation is the earlier elevation, and the bottom one is the current elevation for the modification. And this is the west elevation. Once again, the top is the May plans, and then the bottom ones are the October 2025 plans. This is what the east elevation now looks like with the previous and now current application. And this is the north elevation. Once again, the previous version is on the top and the newest version is on the bottom. So with that, staff did put the findings in the presentation. However, I'm not going to read them all because they're kind of extensive. What we did is we based them off of the previous site plan application. So there are 8 findings that staff believes this meets the code. And then staff recommendations. These are conditions of approval that the project shall include the updated exterior materials, colors, and internal components as outlined in the application. And the second one are the conditions that were part of the original major site plan approval. And should the planning commission agree with staff, this is a motion to approve the modification. And with that, I'll open it to any questions.
Thanks, Chris. All right, so now we will turn it over to Commissioner questions of the staff. Ira, we'll start with you.
Could you go back a couple of pages where, as you go again,
Okay.
one more? Yeah, so on top is the original and the bottom is the,
Proposed.
so where you see on the roof on the top, there are like 3 sections that each have like 6 of those solar panels or windows. I'm just wondering, is that a pitch roof or is that the parapet for, that's a pitch roof?
Yeah, so this is the pitched roof. This is where there will be a flat roof
I
and the AC will be behind this.
And then
Mechanical
that's a
equipment.
pitch roof.
This is the pitched,
Right.
and then this will be flat.
Oh, so that is flat where I see,
Wait,
it either looks
you
like
mean-
windows or panels.
Those are pitched.
Pitched, yeah.
They are pitched, okay.
So I wanted to.
They're pitched, they're just slightly pitched? We can pull up the roof plan.
It's the same pitch we had, but we cut it up and then in between the pitched roof, we added sections of flat roof. Sorry to bug in here.
We'll put
Okay.
Ira's question on hold for the applicant's presentation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good question.
I'm good.
Okay.
Life is hard.
I don't know what an airlock is.
So it's where you, let me show you on the plans. Yeah,
We're in a door.
so this is like where the door opens. There you go. There's an entry
Oh, you're
and
down
then,
the right, see it?
yep. Oh. Can you see my cursor?
See where she is?
Yeah,
Where, let me see.
this thing.
Bottom.
Oh, like a vestibule. Is it a
Yes.
vestibule?
No, it's an airlock because you got an entry door and then a second. door.
Mm, Okay, that's great. Learned something new. Thanks
Yep.
for educating me. Okay, one other question. The office went from the first floor to the second floor.
Mhm.
And is that's, do we know anything about that space? It just is, it was on the first floor, but it's gonna be on the second floor.
No, it actually wasn't there.
Okay.
And so now instead of bike storage, they're making it office center.
Okay. And is that like for the, I guess maybe a better question for the applicant, but is that for like the management of the building?
Is it like
That's
a,
the app.
like a leasing office? Okay, well, I thought.
Potentially something like that. Okay, I don't think I had any other questions. Is there anything you think that we should like specifically be aware of in terms of how the architecture changed?
Not necessarily how the architecture
Okay.
changed, a little bit of background when I spoke with the applicant, that the reason they're changing some of the aluminum siding is that it's a long-term maintenance issue because it dents and then it's not as, pun intended, hardy as the hardy board.
So They had aluminum siding. They're
Mhm.
going to hardy board.
Okay,
It's kind of weird that they had aluminum.
I think that was roofing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, oh,
That's-
it was siding, you're right,
Yes.
right.
thanks. No other questions for me.
So this is a PUD, right? And is the PUD, are there any like exceptions beyond the deed restriction and use? Like, are there like,
There's a height, they can go higher. So it actually says, a 10% increase in maximum building height as defined by the maximum mixed use zone in the Unified Development Code at the point of project construction shall be permitted for this designation. Yeah, so allowed to do a 10% increase.
so this building height is a little bit higher than we would typically allow? Gotcha. I think that's my only question.
April, do you have any questions of the staff?
No, Ira kind of covered my questions, so I'm good.
I guess my question is, this is just me trying to remember, was this the building that was supposed to have a mixed use component?
It does,
It still does?
yep, it
Mhm.
still does.
What is it?
1100, let me just grab my second. 1,546 square feet of leasable non-residential space and 52 deed restricted residential dwelling units.
Okay, so it still does and it's, okay. And then the additional EV parking, what does that do to the parking? Like,
I would,
I get-
It's gonna just shift it a little bit more down Main Street. So all the parking is in the same spots, but they're taking ADA, or the feasibility, and we can have the applicant explain it more. It didn't make sense where the ADA and the EV spots were going, so they basically have flopped some spaces around of where they were originally approved.
on the, where is that?
let me actually,
And all that parking you're talking about is on the street?
yeah, yes.
And even though Chris is pulling it up, it might be better to have the applicant show it when they
Mhm.
present to explain exactly what is being relocated.
Okay, I mean,
She can pull it up to look at now too.
Yeah.
Just because we don't have the before and after.
So does that mean that the EV parking would be available to non-residents since it's on Main Street?
I don't have, bring me. Share.
Susan.
Oh. I'm not sure.
So
She's remote, so.
let me zoom in. Oop, too much.
Yeah, one that shows the parking spaces. But Aaron doesn't have it. There we go.
No, okay. Come on. Okay, so this is where we have the parking. This is standard town parking right here. These are the ADA stalls. These are gonna be permitted residential parking. And then here's where the ADAs are. And then car share is gonna be over here. And then there's also ADA here, and this is where the charging stations will be.
okay, and so before there were only 2, another 6 or something?
Yes.
Okay.
And those are reserved for residents or anybody can park there?
It says permitted resident parking.
Okay,
The EV parking, or all those,
all the yellows.
all the yellow one. Okay. And that was always the case.
Mhm.
The yellow ones were always gonna be permitted yellow ones.
Correct.
Okay.
I think that they shifted, the applicant can address
Yeah.
this. I think you had commercial maybe on the left of where you're looking where the ADA are now. And they moved the commercial further, but let's let the applicant say if that's accurate or not.
Okay. We can speak to that when you get, okay. So are we done with questions with staff? All right, so now we will turn it over,
I'll take one more.
okay, of the staff.
So the permitted street parking, is that a new item? Do we have any of that existing anywhere in our lovely town?
602 Galena
602 Galena.
Oh,
Will have,
will have.
does not exist today.
so we're introducing a new vehicle here, new
Through-
product.
And it's because the town code allows this for affordable housing projects that qualify under the
Okay.
code, so
Actually,
more to
we
come.
have some of that on Third or no?
So we have, the town started kind of what we call a pilot program. There's 2 side streets that have overnight on-street parking right now in town. They are to help manage some overflow parking that we've established. And actually, there might be 3. They might have added one by 619 Granite now. And then the town was gonna analyze that for about a year or two, see how it worked. Those are up for anybody to park in overnight. They're signed and you flop between opposite sides of the street, so you have to follow the signage. So that's not necessarily like a permit parking system. It's more of a free-for-all for town. And then this will be an actual permit process that will have to be managed by the property management company.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we'll turn it over to the applicant. If you want to come up to the podium and give us your presentation. Introduce yourself, tell us who you are and
Sure.
give us your presentation.
Sure. My name is Ted Schaefer. I work with Algera, and Andy had to step down, obviously, and I'll do what I can to fill in here. So
He's at Suzanne's online, so.
and yes, so between the two of us, hopefully we answer any questions. So Alan Guerra and NHP, we want to thank you for helping us through this process of getting this approved. And these modifications were in response, as you all know, were kind of lessons from the Galena Street, trying to make it more efficient. And so these changes were kind of brought on about by those lessons. The roof design changed, as was presented, was for mechanical reasons. Those gable roofs were in conflict with all our heat pumps, so we needed the flat surface to mount those two. The gable forms stayed as is on the exterior of the wall, on the exterior walls, so it appears the same from street view. So anybody on the street's going to see it as the same building, whether those gables continue through or not. And the mechanical fence screen we have put in place to help further screen that if you're on the other side of the street, the longer perspective possibly see it, but we took that into consideration. And the materials change were not done for budgetary reasons, but for more durability and maintenance. They learned those lessons again. This is lessons taught, lessons learned from previous projects. The color did not change when we went from the metal to the fiber cement panels. That was, again, for a durability reason. And the other color change was more to match the correct color on the model. When we choose these colors, the color we use in the models don't exactly match, color samples. So we changed the Terra bronze to the khaki brown to more represent the color that's in the model. Let's see, what else do we have here? The solar panels, we actually ended up with more panels on the roof now. Some were flat and the others were on the pitched roofs. I think you had a comment on that, Ira. I'm not sure if we can pull up the elevations, but you had more questions on the gable forms, the solar panels. Okay. Yep. And yeah, it stayed mixed use. The parking, I was briefed on that, but I'm not quite sure, the information you guys are requesting on that. I know we added some town parking, 7 of them on the end. I guess that would be the east side. The tenants are on the west, the commercials in between those spaces.
Yeah, and so the commercial didn't change. Sorry to be like God up here, as Ira calls it. But yeah, the commercial didn't change. We just moved the EV spaces into the residential spaces we had on the street there. And we have 6 of those spaces now. And then we have 4 future EV stalls that are to be wired. Bring the power to them. And we moved the ADA. The ADA was on the right before, or on the east side, and didn't make any sense. We need the ADA in front of the building by statute, actually. So the ADA got moved to the left and to the west.
That it? Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. All right, so now we are going to do questions. We'll start with Candace.
What was the rationale for increasing the number of ADA space or of EV charging spaces?
Yeah, I'm not clear. Is it the wiring of two or of?
So
two
it's
or
the energy code made us make
Oh.
that too.
So previously only 2 were required and now 6 are required, plus you're wiring for others, or you're wiring for 6 and only having 2 right now?
I think we're wiring for 6 and 4 additional.
For our future, to our current day. Okay. And are the 2, they are required to be EVs, they can't be any other types of vehicles, right? Is that right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. One more question on the solar panels. So you said you ended up with more. It looks like things shifted around. I understand. Thanks for the explanation on why the shift. Did it change the power output that you guys anticipate, or are you kind of net even?
No, I don't think that changed. It just gave us the ability to locate those in more conducive spots for solar.
Gotcha. Okay, because I think that's.
I may have misspoken. I'm not sure if we got more. It just worked out that the layout worked better. So we didn't change the energy.
Gotcha. I mostly bring it up because I think it's good feedback for like if our energy code is requiring one thing, but then we can't get the other thing. It's just a good thing to keep in mind.
Sure.
That's all I've got.
April, any questions of the applicant?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, Jess,
Nothing for me, thanks.
Ira,
Yeah, a couple questions. So you mentioned heat pump. So is it one heat pump per unit? Is that how that would work out?
Maybe it is.
And since we have heat pump,
Yes, yeah.
and since there's heat pump, then can one assume there's air conditioning?
cool. Literally.
Seems to be the trend.
Yeah, because, and so it's an all electric project, right? There's no
Yeah.
gas then on the building.
That's correct.
That's correct, Suzanne, thank you. So then the solar panel energy collection distribution, how does that work? How does each unit, because I guess I could back up, are there gonna be one electric meter per unit, so to speak? Suzanne,
It actually goes to the house panel.
goes to the house panel. And what does the house
Correct. And
panel
that's
serve?
that's what it does at Galena Street.
And what does the house panel serve? Any individual tenants get any of that electricity?
You pay for your consumption.
So it services the house power. We bank power with Excel for the
I see.
building. And anything site related, like our site lighting for the parking lot, it's all powered by that.
So that I guess the tenants get a benefit because they're not having to share in communal power expense.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah, because that's above and beyond their base rent that they are, have to pay per the AMI.
Yeah. Well, otherwise, sounds good. Thank you.
Did you wanna, what you were talking about before, did you wanna speak to that?
I'll do it when I.
You'll do, okay,
Yeah, these are questions. I
okay.
always get it wrong, so.
You good?
Okay, so all the mechanical equipment that's associated with, like, I don't know if you guys have seen the mechanical equipment with associated with Nelly's. Maybe Suzanne, you've seen them. All those that are outside of the units, because those are all electric units. I guess I'm wondering where all the mechanical equipment goes on this building. Is it on the roof? And am I gonna see it?
On the roof, yes. And no, you will not see it.
Okay. So
Yeah,
on
those
my,
condensers that you see, the condensers are what you see at Nelly's neighborhood, and those are planned to be on the roof. We have enough space on the roof for those and the heat pump requirements.
But I'm not gonna see it from the ground, right?
No, there's screening. We've screened it per code.
Okay. Cool. What is do you know what you're gonna use the 1,500 square feet of commercial space for? Not yet. And what is the office space? Is it leasing? Is it a leasing?
No, that's just we just call that office space on our plan. It's for the tenants, and it could be an exercise room. We should call it a flex room because it really isn't a commercial space. It's just for the tenants.
I thought you were talking the two commercial spaces on the
Oh,
lower level.
I was talking about the commercial space, but then I changed over to the office space. Okay. Cool.
Lena, I have one more.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Chris, can you go to the one where you showed the bike storage getting bigger between the two plans? Yeah. So I just want to be clear, like it's where the screenshot is. We're not losing those two studios on the left-hand side. The bike storage just got bigger. Is that correct?
Yeah, it shifted to
To the inside.
towards the hallway, yes.
Okay, thanks. That's it.
I guess I have one more question. You keep talking about all these lessons learned. Apart from, what are the lessons learned?
I wasn't part of the whole Galena, so I'm not quite sure what.
Well, maybe Suzanne can speak to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're muted.
Absolutely. It was mechanical systems were a big piece. Bathroom layouts were another piece.
What
So
about the
mechanical-
bathroom layouts?
Just that, we had shown all showers, and obviously people want tubs and showers. I mean, there were just also there's a new ADA code that NHP wanted us to meet, so we had to change to meet the new ADA, even though the town isn't requiring us to do that. And then we're just, it's going to be a much nicer product. So those kinds of things were things that changed.
Okay. All right. So now we are gonna open this to public comment. I don't think there's anybody here that wants to make a public comment. Is there anybody online? Seeing none. We will close the public comment part of the agenda and we will turn it over to commissioner comments and a possible motion. Ira?
I'm very happy with the project. I'm proud to be in the town and part of the machinery that's moving it forward, so to speak. So what I was saying earlier, I'm impressed with what's going to be happening because I was watching 602 Galena and I was speaking at a class here and I found out some of the products you're going to be using for insulating, for windows, for siding, and all those products are better than you could have used. And I'm happy to hear that. And it was reinforced when I heard that the top of NHP, the executive level, is looking to have this project be kind of the crown, the jewel in their crown, that they want both 602 Galena and 101 West Main to really show off what NHP can do. So, and then, the other part of it, which we don't get to, but town council does, is the financing vehicle that we're using on this is groundbreaking. I think Lena knows I think we've talked about it. So, on all these fronts, it's just a very pleasing project to represent, to discuss. And when, citizens come up and, say derogatory or pleasant things, we know how to look at it and know what to say. So thank you for the effort.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, well said, Ira. I think it's awesome that we have one going up right now and hopefully another one coming up soon. So thanks everyone, and way to implement the lessons learned for this one.
I agree. I appreciate you guys taking the lessons learned and applying them. April?
Same. I understand all the changes and why they're being made, and I'm excited to get this building underway.
Yep, and I agree. I think you're making a lot of improvements and it doesn't really seem to affect the architecture in a negative way, so I don't have any issues with the changes. Does anybody want to make a motion?
I'll do it. I never do it. This one feels safe.
You might have a new job.
With respect to file number MODSP 25 0003, I move that the recommended findings set forth in the November 20th, 2025 staff report be made and that the recommended conditions set forth therein be taken and that the planning commission hereby approves the request to amend the materials, colors, and architecture of the building for the new mixed-use / affordable housing development located at 101 West Main Street, Lot B1, West Frisco 70, sub number 2.
I'll second.
All right, there's a motion and a second. Do we want to do a roll call or yeah?
Jay,
Yes.
Forsythe,
Yes.
Lesmus,
Yes,
Payne,
Yes.
Conley,
Yes.
great, passes unanimously. All right. Okay, next item on the agenda, staff and commissioner updates.
I just have one heads up that we are going to have a planning commission meeting on December 4th. At which time you will discuss the proposed new lighting ordinance and hopefully make a formal recommendation to town council on it. So that will be the only item on that meeting though.
I will probably not be there that day.
Is there lighting?
Yeah, it's my husband's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, I.
Thanks for the heads up. And then Chris had one update for the group.
So I'm really excited to share, Jess already knows this, but at the 2025 Western Slope Planning Conference, which was the Colorado APA conference this year, the town of Frisco won the 2025 Honor Award for the comprehensive plan. And so this award goes to the project selected based on factors such as innovation, the ability to serve as a transferable lesson for other communities, excellent quality, and effectiveness of implementation. And so if you want to see the video award, you can go to the Colorado APA conference. It's available for public viewing.
Congratulations.
Woohoo.
To you all.
Yes. Not me, it was
Being
you
part of
all.
it.
Yeah. We've got a really cool award upstairs, but upstairs is under construction, so
Distraction.
yeah.
Is it lit?
Just
No.
temporary, they're doing like.
They're doing duct work and stuff up
Oh.
there, so that they said we couldn't go back up there, so I didn't want to carry this big heavy glass award, but yeah. If you want to see it, I'll bring it down next time.
Or you can take a picture of it or something and send it to us.
I did take a picture and send it to town council. I can send it to all of them.
Yeah.
We can send it with the next email.
That's it,
So-
Steph?
And I heard something about Foot's Rest.
Still estimated to start. There's been a lot of construction on site meetings, especially with Public Works and Addison Canino also, Josh, the new director. And then I joined them last week, I think. They are still planning on starting. Now it's probably like December. Okay. But they're asking about construction fencing, signage and all of that. So you definitely see the next month things happening over there.
Any other applications in the pipeline that we should know
We
about?
have a couple on hold. What's on hold?
Yeah, so we have on hold 121 East Main Street.
You saw a sketch plan for
Right.
that and asked her to come back. The applicant's name is, it's the
The cabin.
Caspa Sanchez
Mhm.
restaurant building.
And then, yeah, and then we've got the one Beaver Lodge Road, 80, what is it, 82, 88, and 90, something like that. They need to come in for their final site plan by January. So we'll probably be seeing that. And then
That's the one that's off the dam road?
yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Meantime.
Todd, yes, and then 90 South Madison. So we are looking at getting that application in soon for a sketch plan. The applicant is working on drawings of preserving the library and then putting some housing on top. as well as an affordable unit or two. We'll see what comes in.
That's in eyesight of here almost, isn't it?
Yep.
Some of you have been on planning commission, saw it a while. He's gotten approval in the past and then they've all expired. So he's looking to
Mhm.
Yeah.
do a little bit different twist on what had been approved before.
Mhm.
Same owner.
Same owner.
And I think that's all that we really have in the works even right now for
Mhm.
planning commission.
We're doing a lot of admin files for people wanting to change their homes or changing a loft from a bedroom, that kind of thing. So we're handling a lot of those right now.
Well, I guess one other, I thought, sorry, side note, because you asked about the tenants and the solar panels, Ira, we had a meeting about that internally about 602 Galena, and Nico, our environmental programs manager, is assembling information on solar community gardens. And basically, the way it works is each tenant can sign up to get can sign up with Excel since they live in the building with solar. And so he'll help, but it's going to be on them as individuals to sign up. And then he's also putting together information to provide it. So in hoping that they can sign on to like a community solar garden program. And so he's researching kind of the recommended ones and that. So the town's going to try to help the tenants out with their utility bills by providing some resources that they can use too.
Very nice.
So,
Good.
yeah.
All right.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.